Hey, what is up guys, we're here and welcome back to Let's Play Test Drive Destruction. And last time, I believe, I lost a bet and I went around to actually get the money back. I think. If I didn't, I'm sorry, I'm just lost like usual. I should probably keep track of that stuff a little bit more. Anyways, without further ado folks, let's go to an Eve. The Fillmore is a little bit upgraded if I, like I said, I'm not like fucking it up again. I actually put a point in suspension, which is really good because that thing doesn't handle at all. So having a point in suspension really does help. It kind of lowers the spin, so we are going to be able to take corners a little bit faster and get out of corners a little bit faster, which is kind of great because last time we kind of lost a few races because of that. I kind of neglected the fact that this was a two-handling car and it kind of bit me in the ass because of that. But this time around, next time I'll buy a car, I will actually pay attention to the angling and try to get something that's a little bit more grippy. Although it was a 626, so it's still a fairly good car. Not as good as I hoped. Anyways, let's do this. Cayenne Crash Up, and we're gonna go again with the Fillmore, which is strangely more damaged than the actual Coyote, which is weird since the Coyotes are demolition derby. But to be frank, it did take a huge beating last time. But that's the thing about this game, even your race cars are eventually gonna wear down and break down. You can't really save them. Eventually everything's gonna go to scrap. The only thing you can do is that if you have a car that you really like and you have money, go grab a spare copy if you can. It's always useful. And also, let's see if that angling's actually gonna do anything. I also tested the car a little bit before actually this episode, so I know it might be a little bit better since the angling. But anyways, let's do this. And since last time I got pushed a little bit, I think I'm gonna be pushing a little bit myself. I don't like getting rammed. It's kind of like seeing your money fly away because a car like that just costs so much, and every time you get rammed, you just see your wallet flashing before your eyes. You're like, holy shit, that's gonna cost me too much. Also, I did crank up a little bit of volume, so I apologize if you hear the game a little bit in the background. I tried to sync the audio as much as possible to avoid that, and also I tried to play with low audio, but I should probably buy a good pair of headphones, so there's no such thing as audio. But anyways, on with the race. To be quite frank, last time I tried the car on this track without the angling upgrade. Oh crap, what the fuck am I doing? Kenny, you should probably focus less on commenting and more on actual racing. Since you're playing a racing game, it would probably help a lot. Indeed. Oh, I believe we haven't seen that yet in the game actually. This is a shortcut race. If you're in the back of the pack, like if you're in the 5 last racers, they give you a shortcut. If you are in the top 5, they give you the long way around. So it's kind of like racing with an handicap. But obviously, since the handicap is kind of big and switching around, I tend to dislike the actual shortcut race a lot. For a simple reason that if you're in the back of the pack when the shortcut is given to the others, you're most likely gonna be in the top of the pack. But it's also true for the other things. If you're in first for most of the race, you can get a shortcut like this that's just gonna put someone right in front of you. I was pretty lucky to have a fast car, but if you have a really slower car, the shortcut race technique is usually try to keep like 6th, so you're take the shortcut, but you're first in the pack that takes the shortcut, and when it does, you just swing into first when you get out. It's usually the technique for that. Point-to-point race. We've seen that. Hopefully this time around we're not gonna get fucked over. Did we see that? I tried to record an episode like when I tested the car. It was also tried to well. When I said testing car, I wasn't really saying what I did. Is actually I was trying to record an episode, but something happened. I had to stop. So that's kind of is the reason why I know a little bit about the angling. Because I basically bought the thing, then I started recording a new episode. But the thing is that because something happened, what the fuck am I doing? had to cut it off, so I'm actually re-recording those 2 races. So I don't know if we did that or not. But point-to-point races are kinda dangerous. I was lucky to get out of the pack real quick, but the thing is since it's only a checkpoint, you can approach it from any direction. And really, I should really focus. I'm doing really poorly. God, I played racing games like all the time, and I'm doing that poorly. But yeah, point-to-point race are basically, since you can approach from any direction, they can get really dangerous. Mostly that the pack will just, everybody's gonna slam into that checkpoint, so without actually caring. So it's dangerous because, just like I did, it's very easy to ram people off the point to make an easier turn like that. And computers, I don't know if they don't really do it on purpose, but sometimes they will all break by slamming into your side door, which means that shortcut races can be very, very bad for the car, so be wary of that when you do them. Don't really do them if you have a car that's almost dead. Although, if you can get out of the pack real quick, these are fairly easy since, you know, computers. But, next one, the flagpole race. This one, if I said the point-to-point was a car killer, the flagpole is probably worse. Flagpole racing is, you know when people get drunk and they take a baseball bat and they run around with their forehead on it, and then they just spin and they go like everywhere and they just fall on their ass? It's pretty much that, with cars. You basically gotta wrap around the pole. But the problem with wrapping around the pole is that when you have like 10 cars trying to wrap around the pole, a very small thing is that you tend to just get a massive car wreck of people just trying to turn around. If you're lucky, you're gonna get a little bit of scratch damage, but if you're unlucky and you're wheeling a car that doesn't have like a 6 durability like I am, this can pretty much be death. Also, fishtailing people, because that's fun. Come on. And also, I've noticed something. There's a prince here. If I could, like, get a solid... Oh, there's another prince. I love hitting princes. They're so weak. You can basically kill them quite easily. Just hit him a little bit. You don't even have to hit him straight on. You just need to like grind a little bit and they will just die. And this is the dangerous part. When you're first arriving at a flagpole, it's where you can seriously get T-boned. I've been pretty lucky and it's kind of sad. Funny. You know what's worst? I'm kind of wishing to get hit because it's more entertaining when you get smashed. But, well, if you're wondering why, well, you know, car accidents, they're awesome. That was a pretty wide loop, you know, still did it. Flagpole used to be my nightmare back when I was young, since I used to, should probably use the handbrake as well, because I used to just get totally slaughtered by the computers on the turn. Again, got off pretty lucky. At my great disappointment. What if for more? Jump race. It's funny because they tell you jump race, but jump race is basically the standard race. There is one called no rule race, but it's just a basically oval. Jump race is like your regular circuit track. But to be honest, my favorite one are the good old classic, the figure 8 jump race, because jump race usually means that you're gonna get to T-bone someone in midair. And trust me guys, T-boning in midair is probably the most awesome feeling ever. Too bad that is not, well, probably doesn't exist in real life, since it would be probably extremely dangerous and probably result in someone getting their neck the neck snapped, or in a serious case of head injury. Even with an helmet, because, you know, helmets are not a miracle. Don't think slamming another car in the air is safe for your health, actually. I was watching a program on TV at some point. It was a guy that was a real life test crash test dummy, because yes, those exist. they don't use crash test dummies for all the impacts. For low speed impacts, because they're dangerous but not that dangerous, they actually use real people because they give better data than plastic crash test dummies. So there was an interview with that guy, and that guy said that even though he only tested low speed impact, he had a bunch of back problems and neck problems because of impacts. So if I'm guessing low speed impact can do that to you, I don't think getting rammed in midair by another car will do much good to you. If someone who does control crash test can get hurt. But anyways, I wonder how much you get paid for being a real life crash test dummy. Probably get a serious paycheck since the risk of permanent injury. Obviously, like I said, don't crash cars at like 60 miles per hour kilometers, whatever. I don't really want to do math while I commenting and driving, even though I like math. Yeah, I'm one of those weird guys. And I'm Canadian too, so miles per hour, I don't know that. Yeah, that's one thing. I don't know, the actual Imperial metric system boggled my mind because it's not on the 10 base. So I'm like, me, the guy that used to metrics, which everything's on a base of 10, so it's really easy to calculate. I'm like, foot? Okay, it's in base 12. Oh, God, okay. That's gonna be fun calculating that. And, anyways, not gonna talk about that, that's kinda boring. So, we gotta push off, so it's time to drive the old Coyote. That monster of a beast. It's still intact because we don't use it beside stuff. And this track in particular is kinda special in the sense that the push-off is actually in an area that is elevated with a slight dip on the side, which means it's a little bit special. When you do ram people in this track, you have to be very careful because the way the track is made, you can actually jump off. If you go a little bit too fast, the little ditch there will prevent you from using your brakes if your wheels are in the air, so you can easily drive off if you're not careful. Just like that. So you're kind of protected when you're there because, like I said, if a car goes too fast, he's gonna jump on top of you. Oh shit, it's not good. Come on. Also, be wary of your back. It's not because you're human you cannot be pushed off. I think someone just stole my kill. It's not good. Not getting anything done. I tend to, the only bad thing about the Coyotes is the fact that that thing is extremely slow, so obviously it's really hard to get some hits sometimes on tracks like these with ditches, because it's hard to go up the ditch sometimes, or it's really hard to switch directions since your car's not that powerful. Still probably one of the best derby car because it's just so durable, but it's not a flawless car because obviously speed don't seem to matter that much, but it does matter. It does actually matter quite a bit. And if we kill the last guy, we probably win this actually. Because I think you get like 2 points or 1 point for being the last survivor. And oh god, that guy's dead. Here you go. Ah, come on. I know you want it. And you rammed me, but you died. See ya, pal. Barely second. Oh well. I'm pretty sure we won the Eve anyway. It's just like last time. Last time we did quite a badly. I'm being very distracted nowadays. I tend to forgetting that I'm racing. Anyways, let's bag the prize and skip the video because I don't want to get flagged for game that is trying to show bits of a TV show. $1,000. I don't want to save because if the video is corrupted or something, I want to be able to get back to it. I tend to leave the game open until I render the episode, so I'm sure that I do stuff. Sadly, the Xbox don't really let you duplicate your save file for the sake of Let's Playing. Erg. I wish I should try that on Xbox actually. I would like to know if the Xbox One's capable of doing that. That's a feature I always wanted, the ability to duplicate save files. You can do it if you put your save file in 2 different storage, but I would like the ability to do it on a single one. So if you have to recuperate a save file or something, you can actually do it. Let's see. There is a bulldog, which is a monster. How much from it for trading? Trading is worth... Oh yeah, we'll have the coyote. Obviously it's not gonna worth much. What is the arrow? There's some pretty good cars, but we can't really afford it, so we'll stick with the old one for now. But anyways, it was Hailtothebreak here. Hope you enjoy as always, guys. I'll try to do a longer episode next time. So I'm actually doing this right after school, so I can't really afford much more time for college. Anyways, see you guys later.